It's almost okay. It's starting, by the way.
Yeah.
So Ethan Hawke made a very ignorant statement. I would say. You wanna to take the first swing, I guess.
The first swing. Okay. So he liked Logan, but he didn't love it, or how is it that he stated it?
Well, basically, his statement was he only went to go watch Logan because someone told him it was a great movie. And then he said he watched it, and he said, well, this was good, but it's not great. It's great. It's superhero movie great.
What does that mean?
As in, I think he was saying that, long story short, his point was that superhero movies aren't like great movies because at the end of the day, they boil down to, and I'm going to loosely quote them, guys running around with tights and superpowers. So, he said, by that logic, it can't be like, I guess he's comparing them to like art housey movies, like remember Drive with Ryan Gosling, or like Birdman, or
Birdman was also a superhero movie.
Or Nightcrawler, or
well,
like
it wasn't an adaptation of anything. It was its own thing.
Right, but I guess he was just saying like superhero movies only movies like those can be considered like great films. And like if it's a superhero film, it can't be considered a great film, which makes me wonder what his criteria on a great film is.
Ethan Hawke's been hit and miss for a while, so I don't know. If
I think he said if it's not like Training Day ish, like it can't be a great.
Honestly, he wasn't even the best part of Training Day. That was Denzel all the way. Denzel made that film.
Well,
they could have cast anybody in his role.
His statement is. It's so wrong. Okay, because I could think of, immediately, The Incredibles.
The Incredibles is a good movie.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
The Dark Knight. The Winter Soldier. And I didn't even say the first Iron Man.
Definitely the first Iron
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and outside of movies, as far as TV series go, Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil was a great show.
Well, Daredevil was a really, really great show. And the fact that it's about... See, what I don't understand is superhero stories are just archetypal stories, just the battle between light and dark, good and evil, whatever.
Right.
You can tell that story 100 ways, regardless if you have characters in suits punching each other and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, when you get to the core of it, it's always about like the good and evil and stuff. But it boils down to just characters, I think.
And characters.
Settings.
Characters.
And that's the thing about comic book characters. You can take them anywhere, or be anybody, and you can tell a good story with them.
You can tell a good story. There's so many things that go into make it a good film, like the story, but also like the actors themselves.
Right.
I feel like his statement just like shit on the actors, because the actors gave like fantastic performances in some of these films. Now, this isn't me saying that every superhero movie is a great film.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Thor Ragnarok is a great film by any means. I don't think
it's a good film, not a good Thor film.
I don't even think I think Infinity War barely passes as a film. It's just more like
it's an event.
It's an event. It's like it's a spectacle. Yeah, it's like a spectacle. You just look at it to see it happening, right? Sure, but there are some movies like Spider-Man 2. Dude, the scene like with the train. And like Spider-Man saves everybody on the train, and then like they give him his mask back, and they're like, we're not gonna tell nobody who you are, because it's just there's so many layers to peel back from that moment there. Because any asshole with a camera could have just took out with a phone camera could just took pictures like, oh, I know who Spider-Man is, sell it, make money, but it was just like it doesn't matter who he is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just moments like that you could really peel back and unpack out of films, just like with just any fucking superhero movie. Really, I'm not saying they're all great, but to say that a superhero movie can't be great because it's a guy in tights with metal coming out his hands.
Yeah, and then even like The Dark Knight, which is supposed to be the grounded realism look. I mean, it just like when in the interrogation scene, that's like my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Interrogation scene, that was masterfully written.
And Joker was just so right. It's just like Batman couldn't even argue. That's why all he could do was punch him.
And the Joker's dialogue in that movie is fantastic. I mean, also just like the Joker's the way he acted, just like the little things he did, like how when he picked up like the champagne.
Yeah.
He didn't even drink it, he just threw it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you could peel so many layers on that. Maybe he was just being fucking funny, or maybe he was like, why the hell would I sit here and drink? I don't want to be inebriated, like Batman might show up or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could really, it's just things like that because the actor did such a great job in the film.
Yeah, no, it's like superhero films have a lot of layers when you really think about it.
Yeah.
And that's probably why, he just took it at face value. He doesn't really think about it.
Almost like almost like a refusal to even
just
look past. I tell people you can watch Winter Soldier. I tell people like as far as like the Marvel movies the MCU's made, Winter Soldier is the best one. It's better than like any Avengers movie. It's like the best made movie they've produced, and it's just fantastic. I tell anybody you can't not say it's not one of the greatest.
You want to know something funny? Like my cousin, I got her to watch Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. She doesn't even like Superman. Man of Steel made her like Superman.
Because it was a good movie.
Because it was a good movie. It's because Man of Steel has a lot of layers, and I guess some people just didn't like that because they expect, everybody just to be the Christopher Reeve Superman. He's the most iconic or whatever. But there's been so many different interpretations of Superman. It's like, you could really do anything with him. So I liked what Man of Steel did. I appreciate it.
Structurally, it's a pretty solid film. I like it more than one of them. It's a lot better than one of them. But his comment was just beyond silly, dude. And it was just like, it was filmed like it was so freaking pretentious. Like, it was an insult to people who enjoy him. It was an insult to the actors who act in him.
I mean, Hugh Jackman, man. 17 years he played this character.
He was like, oh yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it was a superhero movie.
That was like he'd been trying to get that role for like the longest. Like the Wolverine that, just went all out.
Yeah.
That was the Wolverine he'd been wanting to make for the longest. And he finally did, and then you just kind of shit on that. It's fucked up.
It's superhero movie good. What does that even mean?
That's not a thing.
Are you trying to say because first off, like what is that standard? Is it because superhero movies is because it has action in it, or like I mean, what are you saying? Action movie? It can't be a great action movie. Does that mean Die Hard's not a great movie? Is it because they often have they're funny? Is it trying to say comedies can't be great movies? I was like, what is that? Because superhero movies they're so just to you have to use a catch-all term like superhero movie because they come in so many different genres,
right.
So many different settings, so many different stories being told, and like, what do you even say?
Yeah, it was just silly, man. I did not care for what he said. I mean, it did kind of upset me when I saw it, but at the same time, it's like
it pissed me off.
It pissed me off, but he just has to learn. Somebody has to show him the way or something. I don't know.
I don't see how you can sit there and watch Logan and be like, oh, that was good for a superhero. I was like, what the hell? I mean, at that point, I already just, like, if you just didn't like the film, just say you don't like the film, but don't be so condescending about it. Like, you sound so pretentious.
And even though it's like, it might have been a superhero movie, or but seriously, you telling me it got no emotion out of you? Come on. Even though it's just like a regular film, if no one knew anything about Wolverine, you watch this film, it's gonna get some emotion out of you. That's just how it is.
Just because of the way
it's
acted, the way
it's acted, everything about it.
Truly. Yeah, Logan was great, man. I don't know. It was just it was very upsetting.
Yeah.
No. It was a very upsetting comment to think somebody. I mean, he's all like A-lister. He probably just is like sounding. It sounds very jealous. In a sense, because he's like,
no one's giving him any offers. That's what it is.
Well, no, because if I believe in that, he said this while he was like accepting some award at like some indie film festival or something.
It just screams petty to me. I mean, anyone would want to be part of a superhero movie, even if it was like a bad.
Who doesn't want to make children smile? What's wrong with you?
Right.
Who does?
Do it for the kids. I mean, hell, that's why Ben Affleck took the Batman royals for his kids. Say what you want about them.
Yeah, dude, who wouldn't want to make children? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, do it for the kids. Do it for like.
Everybody loves a hero. Going to that Aunt May speech from Spider-Man 2.
I guess not Ethan Hawke.
Not Ethan Hawke. That didn't inspire him at all. If he even watched it.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is really great. Like I said, if I definitively superhero movies that I feel are great, the first Incredibles, Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight, Winter Soldier. There's like one more I'm trying to think of that I would really put on that list. I would like to say Superman 2, but it has problems.
The Donner cut or the regular?
Like just like in general, because it's so iconic. Oh. It's so iconic of a film. But there was one more I thought about, but it's escaping me right now, and I can't. Oh, I mean, obviously Logan, but
yeah, Logan.
It was just another film that was. Oh yeah, the first Iron Man.
Oh yeah, the first Iron Man.
First Iron Man is just a great film. Like you truly see it because it has such a well written character arc, and that's not these movies have like well written character arcs, perfectly acted. You know, it was just amazing stunt work you can truly appreciate, and it's just like what do you. What's not good about it? Is it because they're not like trying to be all Shakespeare fucking Hamlet with it? Like I just don't.
Even then,
what kind of thought process is that?
And even that, the same thing with like Shakespeare. It's like everyone kind of does their own thing. When it's a story that's been told a bunch of times already. And superhero movies, yeah, you have people recasted in the role, but it's like it's what you do with that role that defines the movie.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Because I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has like their favorite like performed like Hamlet movie or something or play or whatever.
She's the Man.
Actually, yeah, that was Hamlet.
Yeah, that was. I forgot which one it was, but I watched the movie because I had a project due and it was one of the Hamlet books. It was the same story. It was the one with Viola and Sebastian. Fuck. Yeah. The one when the chick. It was the only one that was like a comedy. The one when the chick takes place, but actually I ended up reading the book too. But anyway, yeah. But fuck it.
Amanda Bynes.
Okay. We'll just wrap it up. Any final thoughts? It was a good movie. I liked it. It was funny.
I don't know. He should just probably do his homework. Maybe he'd known better. That's all I have to say.
Do his homework. I don't know. I guess for me, I would just say like, it's sad to see somebody as just
well respected,
as respected as a good actor, or just like just who could be considered influential. Just have such like a like narrow perception, like just such an ignorant opinion.
I put him in the same category as like Patrick Wilson, but even Patrick Wilson's done like 2 roles. He was in Watchmen and now he's in Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
He was the dude that was in what's it called? He did the first Insidious. Right?
Well, see, it bothers me because I've heard a lot of times just being like from just people I may have worked with, usually women, but they say something like, well, and I'll talk about something. It's like, oh, it's a superhero movie. That's childish. And then my actually was like, that's why you say that. It's like, oh, comic books are childish. And it's like, and I'm pretty sure that's how he thinks. I'm like, what makes you think that? Have you ever read a comic book? I've seen stories in comic books darker than anything your mind's probably ready to handle.
Like how they also say anime is for kids.
Yeah, and I'm just like, how much anime do you watch? Like, it's such an ignorant statement, and it annoys me. That's like saying anime can't be great because it's anime, and like they have big eyes and they over exaggerate. I'll be like, One Piece, Clanad,
oh god,
Madoka Magica. Yu Hakusho. Like, what kind of statement is that, man? Like, what do you mean anime can't be fucking great? It's like, that doesn't make sense. Granted, subjectively, there's one thing. If you would have just said subjectively you didn't like Logan that much, you didn't think it was that great, that's fine. That's your opinion. But to just make such a blanket statement saying it's a superhero movie, it can't be good. It can't be considered great.
Like, even if it's something you don't like, you can see what you can appreciate from. It's like, but that was just ignorant, very ignorant.
Hell, Hydra.